Hello family, welcome to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Angela and this channel is all about beauty, fashion, and life. Now today's video is not about beauty, it's not about fashion, it's about being successful in life. I'm gonna tell you 5 habits that will block your road to success. If that is something you're interested in, stay tuned. Now, let's get started. So the first habit that will block your blessing is hanging around the wrong people. I know you've all heard the term birds of a feather, and you've also probably heard that you are the average of the 5 people you hang around the most. It is very, very important that you hang around like-minded people, especially if you're an entrepreneur or you're trying to further your education, you're just trying to be successful and climb higher in life. People who are doing the same thing that you are doing, which means like-minded people, they understand the struggle, they understand your drive, they understand your commitment and everything that it takes to get to the end goal. They see the end goal and they understand what it's going to take to get there. Those people will be there to help push you along the way when you're feeling down and you're feeling slow or you're feeling like you're struggling a little bit. They'll be there to help you. You can do it and clap you on and cheer you on. Those people will be the first people that will celebrate your successes. They'll be the people that will hold your hand when you have failures. They'll be the people that will just tell you it's okay. They understand. They understand the commitment. They understand the time it's going to take. They're not going to be those people that'll try to get you, say, if you're hustling, you're trying to get it done every weekend. They're not going to come and say, oh, there's this cookout. You should go to the cookout. We're having a cookout. We're doing this weekend. Why don't you go do this versus go and do that? They understand that you're committed to the end goal of making certain that you have financial freedom and that you're trying to be successful in life. Also, when you're not hanging around like-minded people, some people may tend to get jealous of your success and try to sabotage everything that you're trying to do and all that hard work you put into trying to reach your goals. So make certain you're hanging around like-minded people. You never know what gems they'll be dropping. If you're hanging around people who are building a business and you're trying to build a business as well, there's always knowledge there that you have access to and they understand they can kind of guide you. They may want to mentor you. You just never know. So try your best to hang around people who are trying to do the same things that you're trying to do, especially if you're trying to build on your life and try to become more successful, building a business or even continue your education or even trying to be a successful parent. Hang around people who are successful parents. They can show you the way, they can give you advice, they can give you tips, just anything that you're trying to do in life. Try to be around someone that's trying to do those same things as well. The second habit that will block your success is wasting time. By wasting time, I mean, heaven forbid, playing video games, spending tons and tons of time on social media. Now, there is an exception to that. If social media is your business, like social media is my business, YouTube and Instagram, so I have to spend time on those platforms to understand what's going on in the industry, what's new, what's coming about, that sort of thing. So social media is my business, so I spend a great deal of time on social media doing research and just trying to give you the best product I can. But if it is not your business and if it's not what's going to pay you, you are wasting your time. Also, sleeping late and sleeping for excessive hours. I don't understand how anyone who is trying to build a business, who is going to school, sleeps until 8 o'clock in the morning. It just, unless you were up until after midnight, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, you should be out of bed not at the crack of dawn, but you should be out of bed early in the morning, getting things done. That's quiet time. You can get your prayer, you can get your exercise. There's so much to do early in the morning versus sleeping. You will never ever be successful spending long hours of time in bed. Nor will you be successful spending long amounts of time on social media or, heaven forbid, playing games. Let me tell you about myself. And I know from experience. When I was in undergrad school, in nursing school, my first year or my second year of nursing school, I was addicted. When I tell you addicted to the young and the restless, addicted. I scheduled all of my classes. Quit laughing. I did. It's bad. It was my freshman year. I scheduled all of my classes around the young and the restless. So I had a 30-minute break before Then the Young and the Restless came on and had a 30-minute break after so I could get to school and leave. I decided right then after that first semester, this is unacceptable. This is ridiculous. This makes absolutely no sense. Here I am trying to go to school to better myself. And that TV show has so much control over my life. Have not watched it since. I decided, no, I cannot do this. Years later, I'm in grad school getting my master's degree in nursing. I got Candy Crush on my phone. I would spend hours, and I don't even remember what level I was at, but it was some ridiculous level. I would spend hours playing Candy Crush. And one day I just decided this is completely I need to be studying. This is unacceptable. I deleted Candy Crush off my phone. I deleted it off my computer, everything. Like, this is just completely unacceptable. It was such a waste of time. That time could have been spent studying for my exams or studying for my classes that I was at. I had chemistry, anatomy, microbiology, chemistry, anatomy, microbiology, biology, and human anatomy. I'm taking all these sciences and spending time at night playing Candy Crush. Ridiculous. So that is such a waste of time. Do not waste your time. You cannot get that time back, because success is not determined by what you do, but it's determined by the choices that you make. And I made the choice to delete that app from my phone. I needed that time to be used more wisely for educational purposes, not for entertainment. Those things are just for entertainment. I don't need to be entertained that much. I was trying to get it done, trying to get out of school so I can make a better life for myself, a better life for my child. And it was just not a priority, and it never should have been. I should have never had it on my phone, but you know, I'm competitive, so I had it on there, and I actually loved it, but I will never do that again. But do not waste your time. You cannot get that time back. You know, the more time you spend learning about your craft, learning about the industry that you're trying to be in, the earlier your success will come. Third, what am I talking about? Habit that will block your success. The third habit that will block your success. Uh-oh. Yep. I need to learn those that you use. Ooh, wee, ow. She sells. The third habit that will block your road to success is complaining. Listen, success is earned. It is not an entitlement. We all have bumps in the road that we have to overcome. When you come to a bump in the road, stop, take your time, regroup. It's all about perspective. For example, as a female, you know, sometimes we complain about our hair, complain about having a bad hair day. That is our perspective. But if you take someone who's going through radiation or chemotherapy who doesn't have hair anymore, they love to have a bad hair day. It's all about your perspective. So just look at that bump in the road as, okay, this is something I can overcome. Just stop. What do I need to do to get over this bump in the road? Or ask yourself, is this bump here to teach me a lesson? Is this bump here to propel me to greater heights? What is the purpose of this bump in the road? And know that I can overcome it as well. It may take some time, it may take some sweat, it may take some tears, it may take some sleepless nights, but I can get over this bump in the road. I have to get over this bump in the road in order to proceed to where I need to go and to meet my goals. And know that sometimes you're gonna have good days and sometimes you're going to have bad days. One of the things I try to tell myself when I'm having a bad day, because we all have them, is, again, it's about perspective. Is this a place where God is trying to show me something? He's trying to teach me a lesson. Let me stop and appreciate where I am. Because yes, I'm having these tribulations right now, but let me appreciate where I am. Because if I don't appreciate where I am in this moment, why should God elevate my status? And I often remind myself that I try to make sure I am so grateful for what I have right now. I'm always grateful for it. He didn't have to give it to me. So let me appreciate this level. I know personally as a human, if I'm giving someone something and I determine that they're really not appreciating it, I'm just not going to continue just filling their cup and just giving them something. Okay, once you learn how to appreciate what I give you or what I'm doing for you, then perhaps then I can work with you more. But why would I waste my time as a human giving someone something if they don't appreciate it? I'm not going to waste my time, my effort, my energy, my finances to give something to someone if they don't appreciate it. I would rather give it to someone who's going to appreciate it. And so for me, I think that's how, or in my head, that's how God is as well. Let me give her a little bit of crumbs and see if she appreciate. Okay, she appreciate that. Let me give her a little trial and tribulation, see how she handles that. Okay, I see that she cried, but she got up she prayed about it. She got up and she went on. Okay, let me give her a little bit more. So in my head, that's how God is thinking, and that's how I try to maintain how I handle situations or difficult situations or bump in the road. Yes, I give myself a very limited time to wallow in the mud, so to speak. And then I get up, okay, what do I need to do to get over this? So try your best not to complain. First of all, nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear people who complain all the time. Nobody wants to hear it. We all have hard times. So just sit back, regroup, determine what you're going to need to do to get over this hump in the road, and press forward. The fourth habit that will block your success is hating on others. In my personal opinion, that stems from some sort of insecurity within yourself. There is no reason for you to hate on someone else. First of all, you don't know the road that person traveled to get to where they are. Most of us, and most people rather, do not tell you the things they've had to go through in life. Some famous people do, or if you sit down and have an intimate conversation with someone, they may let you know, and you'll be surprised at some of the things they had to go to get to where they are. Rather than hating on that person or being jealous of what they're doing, look at it as an opportunity to be inspired. What did they do? Ask yourself questions. What did they do to get to where they are? How can I do this as well? How can I follow the road that they took so I don't fall into those potholes that they probably fell into? Ask them, can you mentor me? If it's someone that's in the same industry that you're trying to get into, my friend Sheila says, don't tell yourself no, let them tell you no. If you have the opportunity to speak with them, just ask questions. Ask, hey, are you looking for a mentee? I would love for you to mentor me. If they say no, don't take it personal, because I'm sure they're very, very busy. Just, okay, can I ask you some questions? Can I meet with you? Can I take you out to lunch? Can I take you out to breakfast and just pick your brain a little bit? Most people will be very, very happy and give the opportunity to you because they want to see everyone else grow as well. My motto is there's room at the top for everyone. And I believe that because most people are not going to want to give that commitment and work hard and be diligent and make those sacrifices to succeed. So the people that do that, there's plenty of room for everyone. You should really, really feel inspired by someone who's successful, because if they can do it, you can do it too. You have it within you to be successful as well. So rather than be jealous and hate on them, just congratulate them and be genuine in that congratulations. Be genuine in that joy that you have for them. I am always so happy to see people succeed. It's almost as if I've succeeded myself. I am genuinely happy, and will shed tears. I'm so happy for you. I'm so proud of you. It just brings me so much joy. And because I do that, people are always willing to help me out or answer questions if I have questions. And if I reach out, they'll answer my questions. And when people reach out to me, I always follow up. I give them information, or I give them advice if asked. I have no problem doing that. So always try your best to feel inspired versus being jealous and hating on someone who's successful. So the fifth thing that will block your road to success is lack of discipline. If you have lack of discipline, you're going to be inconsistent and you're not going to be dependable. Dependability, I do it. Dependability is a non-negotiable. No one when it comes to business, when it comes to anything, likes someone or likes a business that they cannot depend on. If you're in, say, the restaurant business and you're inconsistently opening, you have a sign on the door because you're going to have that. We open at 8 o'clock. We get there at 8 o'clock, you're not there, or you're running in, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm late, 8:15. Sometimes you get there and at 8 o'clock and they've been open for 30 minutes and you would have gotten there 30 minutes earlier had you known, because you had stuff to do at 9 o'clock, but you were hungry, you just wanted to run and get something to eat. Or they may not be open at all. Someone may have been sick at the job and so they didn't open. No one likes that. You will not be successful. You have to be dependable, and that discipline breeds dependability. If you're getting up early and you're on your grind first thing in the morning, that's what people depend on. Businesses that you have to interact with, if you're dealing with vendors, they are consistently waiting on you to order your supplies at a certain time every month. They're dependent on you to reply to their emails. Like for myself, I have brands that reach out to me. I try to consistently I try to consistently respond to my emails on a regular basis, on a timely basis. Businesses and anyone that you're interacting with, they're really dependent on you to be dependable. Even like say if you're a school teacher, the students are dependent on you to give their test papers back at a certain time. The parents are dependent on you to give them phone calls when you said you're going to give them phone calls. They're dependent on you to answer your phone when you said you're going to answer your phone. So you have to have some sort of discipline, and this will breed over into you taking care of yourself as well. You need to be disciplined. I'm going to exercise this many times a week at this time every day. If you consistently do that, it will bleed over into your business aspect as well. For instance, if you have an online business, you have to consistently order from your vendors. You have to consistently order those so that you can have your products available. Oh my God, there is nothing worse. You all know I'm in the fashion industry, so I try to support small businesses as well. It really irks me if I go on a page and I go to order a t-shirt or go to order something and they're out of stock. So I'll try the company a couple of more times. If they're consistently out of stock, I never even go back. I just, because there are so many other people that are offering similar things, it's almost a waste of my time to consistently try to go back to this company just because I'm trying to support you. If you're not going to be dependable and have discipline enough to get the products in, then I need to go to someone that will. So it's very important as a customer, as a brand, people expect for you to be dependable and consistent. Customers are loyal to dependability and customer service. Even if you don't really, if you're selling ice cream and the ice cream is okay, but you may have cake that you really like. If you go in there and the owner is really nice and the staff is really nice and the atmosphere of the restaurant is amazing, customers will go back just for that experience. Even if the products that are available are mediocre, they'll go back for that experience. You have to provide dependability and a good experience. So all of that goes back into being successful as a business owner or in the industry in the industry that you're trying to get into. So I had 5, but as I was reading over my notes, something just popped in my head. So a habit that will inhibit your success is not having financial literacy. You cannot have a business, you cannot be an entrepreneur, you cannot be successful from a business standpoint if you don't have at least a little bit of financial literacy. I know we have financial advisors and accountants and bookkeepers, but are you just going to take all of your money and hand it to these people and just with the hopes? Not even the hopes, you're just going to depend on them to make sure your money is doing what it's supposed to do, to make certain that it's taking care of you the way it's supposed. No. You need to you need to know something about each one of their jobs. You need to be researching, you need to be studying so that you can know how to spend your own money yourself. What if something happens to one of the businesses, or if the businesses fail, you know what's going to happen to your money? You need to at least know what they're doing and how they're doing it. You need to be meeting with those people quite frequently. And if you're not at that stage where you're having all these people handle your money, your business money, as a business owner, you need to know about business taxes. You need to know what you can write off as a business. You need to know about bookkeeping. There's a lot of stuff you need to know when it comes to the business aspect, whether you need an LLC or an incorporation. There's so much that you need to know when you're trying to be successful, especially when you're trying to be a successful entrepreneur. You need to have some sort of financial literacy. the saying is the rich buy assets and the poor buy liabilities. Now, the rich or the wealthy. And the wealthy do buy liabilities as well, but the wealthy pay themselves first. They pay themselves first and then everything else get paid out of what's left. Poor people, because they don't have much money, all their money is spent on paying bills and doing everything. And you know, if a rich person has $100,000, they're going to take the bulk of that money and they're going to try to invest. Their goal is to make that money make more money. A poor person's mindset, they're going to take this money, I'm going to go buy this. They're going to spend a ton of money on probably a car that's going to depreciate in value as soon as they drive off the lot, and think to invest money last. Let me go ahead and pay my bills first, and then what's left I'll invest. It's the opposite mindset of the wealthy and the rich. They do things completely different. So you need to have some sort of financial literacy. You need to learn about stocks and bonds and that sort of investing and saving for retirement, saving for a rainy day fund. You need to have all that. You need to have some good concept of if you want to be successful in business and pretty much successful in life. You need to have some sort of financial education, some sort of financial literacy, so that you're not working, even if you're just working a 9 to 5 and you get to a certain age and you look back, you have these things, but then you're 67, 68 years old or 70 years old. Now it's time for retirement, but you don't have enough money in your retirement to retire. You find yourself working a part-time job just to make ends meet or just to pay for your medications. I've seen that a lot of times. So if you can, it's not really if you can, it should be a priority to learn what to do with the money that you're working diligently to get. You're working hard, you're sweating tears to get. You need to know how to make that money work best for you. Well, that's it, family. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and let me know in the description box below any additional roadblocks to success that you may know of that I didn't discuss during this video. Again, thank you so much for spending some of your valuable time with me. I greatly, greatly appreciate it. And I hope you have a blessed day. Bye-bye.